AP Calculus parents, welcome to virtual back to school night. My name is Jeff Jernigan and I will be your child's AP Calculus AB teacher for at least this first semester. And I want to share with you some information and some things that you will need to know that can help you best support your child as they take this class. So let's get to our slideshow. So as I said, I want to welcome you on board this metaphorical journey on the calculus bus as you and me and your child work together towards their success. I am extremely excited to be back in person, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of your children, and I'm hoping that we're going to have a very safe and productive school year. I am the math resource teacher at Quince Orchard High School, meaning basically I am the department chairman. I have been teaching AP Calculus for many years, and it is, if you want to know the truth, my very, very favorite course to teach. Another opportunity that I have each year is to be an AP reader, meaning that College Board hires me among about 1,200 other calculus teachers to grade AP Calculus test. And this is a great opportunity for me to grow professionally, but the great advantage is that I'm able to bring back some of that information to our students at QO to help them to be more successful as well. So the first question that I want to get out of the way is, can my child really earn a 5 on the AP Calculus test? And that answer is a resounding and very loud yes. Quince Orchard has a great history of students performing extremely well on the AP Calculus test. And that comes from a variety of things. First, doing their practice, their homework every single solitary day. Being in attendance in class every day that it's possible. And most importantly, being an aggressive learner. We don't want our students to be passive learners. We want them to be active and aggressive. So some of the characteristics of an aggressive learner in mathematics that I have seen over the years is, first of all, aggressive learners are proactive and not reactive. Not waiting until the last minute to do their homework, not waiting till the last minute to prepare for an assessment. But instead, they're looking at their calendar, they're using the resources, they're planning ahead, they're planning their time so that they will be successful. Aggressive learners know their resources. For example, they know how to get the lessons and the video lessons from YouTube. They know how to use the Google shared folder to find solutions and check their homework. Aggressive learners do homework for learning, and they understand that it's not just for a check mark in the grade book, but aggressive learners understand that homework is where learning occurs. And you probably, or you should have had an opportunity actually to read an article that I wrote about the importance of homework in math. Aggressive learners are prepared for class. Each day they have their materials, they have their work done, they have their notes, and they're ready to go each day. Aggressive learners ask questions, and sometimes this is hard for students, but it's something that they must grow in. And sometimes those questions might be email, sometimes they might be in class, sometimes they might be during extra help sessions. Aggressive learners persevere when the when the material or when the content gets tough. And it is calculus, it's the math of physics, it's like the math of rocket science. So yeah, they're going to be tough times, but students have to persevere and push through, and we work together to push them through those difficult times. Aggressive learners understand the art of taking good notes, and that's something that I will work with them to help them to be better at, is how do you take good notes and how do you use them to understand the content. Aggressive learners work to understand concepts, not just memorize the procedures that lead them to their success. Aggressive learners are collaborative, meaning that they work with their classmates, maybe text, maybe FaceTime, and in class to communicate and talk about the mathematics. And finally, aggressive learners realize that they do not know all the answers, and that's me included. Sometimes a student may ask me a question that I may not know or be confident about the answer, but I'm going to find that answer. The piece that none of us really often enjoy is the accountability piece. We have to be accountable for our learning and make sure that our students are learning the material and that they are being successful. So, as I said, homework is the key place where we're going to hold students accountable for the learning. And in this class, they must annotate their homework. They're going to take the solutions, they're going to take their brightly colored pens, and they're going to circle and underline and make markings that indicate that they're struggling, write down their questions that they want to ask the next day. Another accountability measure, of course, is assessment, and we will have small assessments on little bits of material, and we will have summative assessments that, just like it said, it is the sum of small concepts building up to a big concept, and those are the ones that are most important, because that's where we find out, has the student tied together all these concepts. Academic integrity is important. Students submitting their own original thought, their own original understanding, and not jumping to the solutions too quickly. One thing that you should know about earning a 5 and being successful in learning these concepts is this. You don't have to earn 100% on assessment, but you must give 100% in all of your work. And this is actually what effective effort is. If students do that, they will be successful. Communication. I am a communicator, and I will communicate with you. If you need to communicate with me, please note the email address that you see on your screen. I do have a Gmail account. We have 2 email accounts. The one that I'm required to keep up with is the one that you see where my email is, the .org. So if you need to communicate with me, please make sure you use that particular email address. You will hear from me often. You will hear good news. You will hear good news when it's not so good. But the not so good news is striving and working and pushing to get to the good news. Students need to know what their resources are. I have a YouTube channel called The Calculus Bus. Students might want to subscribe to that in case I post new videos, but there are many videos that have been created over the years with lesson supports, homework supports, assessment supports. So they will need to be using the YouTube channel. I will post an assignment sheet, which I will keep updated regularly so students can look ahead to see what's coming. They can see when assessments are coming. The assignment sheet is interactive in that I put hyperlinks that go directly to the lesson videos, to homework videos, to support videos. I will also post solutions because I want students to do the work, and then I want them to know, did I get it right? That's what everybody wants to know. If they do the work, did I get it right? So the solutions are there for checking. They're not there to provide the push. They're there for students to go back after they have tried. School supplies. We need to be organized to be successful, so your student will need a 3-ring binder that is just for calculus. Some students will say, can I use a folder? I have learned over the years that folders get unorganized. A lot of times students don't keep the papers in order. They lose papers, they don't get into the right folder, so a 3-ring binder is what we need for this class. Every student will need a graphing calculator, and the calculator that we use in this class is a TI-84. Of course, they will need pencils, and the last bullet, really important, brightly colored pens that students can use to annotate their work and write down questions. This is a no excuses classroom. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that I, as a teacher, will do my best and give my best every day without making excuses. And I expect the same thing from students. That doesn't mean that things might happen in life that get in our way with me or with students. But in general, we're not going to make excuses. We're going to give it our best. Mistakes will happen, and we learn from those mistakes. And patience is going to be required from me, from students, and from parents with each other as we support your child for for their success. And as you can see, with the guy pushing, I think that's a caricature of me, but pushing the rock up the hill, that's what it's going to feel like sometimes. So tenacity is a must. We're looking to build up aggressive learners. Remembering that you don't have to earn 100% on every assessment, but you must give 100%. Effective effort is the key. So parents, I am looking forward to a great year working with your student. I really do love calculus, and if you have any questions or you need to contact me, please feel free to do so. As I said, I will be in contact with you throughout the year, so let's work together to make this a great year for your student.